Welcome back. We're going to continue this process. We're going to look at some more code on how the HTML and the PHP work in this assignment. So as a quick recap, we're in Web 182. I'm going to click on my new index.php folder and click on the link. And that will bring us to Web 182 assignment 01 folder. And now this page is index.php. Now last time we looked at how this worked. So this time we're going to look at the code behind the scenes. First, let's look at the HTML. And the HTML, so I'm in my assignment Web 182. I've created a new folder, you are to do that too, called assignment 01. And inside there, I've got my default page is index.html. And this is our page, and it's just straightforward, a lot of stuff right out of CIS 115. And to start with, what I'm going to do is come down into the body. You'll see that a form is here. This is where everything takes place, is inside this form. Yes, I've used a table, which is not ideal, but it will work for our purposes. So first in our form, our action is assignment01.php, and our method is post. Next, we've got a first name, input type of text, and remember to give it a name. You'll be doing this in your assignment. I'm going to ask you to mix it up a little bit. Sorry for that bump. And I put a placeholder in it. Next, radio buttons. We use those all the time, so I thought we should review them. We got a radio button, and remember, a radio button needs a value associated with it, as well as what's going to be displayed. Now, while you're going through these videos, pause them whenever you need to, so you can look at the code. Or if you're really comfortable with this, just keep on going. But feel free to use this as a way to learn the code. Next part's a little more confusing. We're using an array. So the forms of music you like, we're using a checkbox. So a checkbox means we can check more than one item, and therefore we're going to kind of fake HTML, if you will, by calling it music, but then we put an open and closed square bracket like you would as an array. And so this means we can have multiple values passed to the next page. So each checkbox will have a value of music as an array, and then that will be the array name. And then the values will be opera, honky tonk, or go-go. Password, didn't do too much with that in CIS 115, but it's a type password, and that just gives you a little bit of protection from people walking by and not seeing your code. And finally, the submit button. So I've tidied up here with the table. Again, you really want to do this with CSS, but I think for getting started, that should work. So that's our HTML file. And next, we're going to look at how, when we click on the submit button, how the PHP accepts that and the validation. So we'll see that in the next video.